Hi, folks. Thought we might talk a little bit about the concert coming up this weekend. That's Saturday, October 12th or Sunday, October 13th, here in the brand new Asteria Theater at Colorado Mesa University. So, the Grand Junction Symphony, this is our second major concert of the season. And it starts with a piece by Quinn Mason that was written sometime from 2017 to about 2020. It was premiered in 2020, and it's called A Joyous Trilogy. It's music that's designed to be just pure musical joy. It's energetic, it's lively, it's fun. It has really interesting chord color changes. The way Quinn writes, the way one chord changes from one to another is really kind of special, and it feels really happy. The second movement of the Joyous Trilogy has a nice big trombone solo for our principal trombone, Sean Flanagan. Quinn Mason, I think, is a big fan of trombones in general. He just wrote a brand new trombone concerto that was premiered by the Utah Symphony this past spring. Really, really fun piece by a young and upcoming composer, Quinn Mason. And then we follow it with a piece that happens to be my very favorite piano concerto. That's Maurice Ravel's Piano Concerto in G major. Ravel wrote the piece in the early 19 teens. Well, I should say late 19 teens, early 1920s. He was going to take a tour across Europe and a tour around America and wanted a piece that would show him off both as a composer and a pianist. And it also shows off his real love of jazz. Ravel was a big fan of George Gershwin and really wanted to sort of bring some of that American jazz enthusiasm into his own music making as he was writing in Paris. And we're featuring a pianist who's been here to Grand Junction before. His name is Spencer Meyer. Spencer is a really special musician in the way he's just a thoughtful, sensitive kind of musician. The first time I heard Spencer play, he was playing some Schumann pieces in a solo piano recital. And what I loved about the way he made music is the way he patiently waits from one note to the next and allows silence and allows the music to breathe. And the Ravel Piano Concerto, while the first and last movement are exciting and jazzy and fast, the second movement is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. It's just really extraordinary. And Spencer Meyer is the only pianist I would ever want to play this piece with. I called him many months ago and said, Spencer, we've got this concert that is going to be our first program in this brand new concert hall at Colorado Mesa University, and they have just invested a lot of money in a brand new piano by Shigeru Kawai. That this will be the first performance on this fantastic 9-foot grand piano. And the Ravel Piano Concerto happens to be my favorite. Would you like to come play it? And he texted me back immediately saying, Ravel is my favorite piano concerto too. So yes, let's do it. So here we are putting together this concert this weekend. It's the first time this piano really gets a workout, and it's going to get a great workout on the Ravel Piano Concerto. And then the second half of our concert is a symphony by Jean Sibelius. He was a Finnish composer, probably the most famous, well, certainly the most famous Finnish composer. And he wrote 7 symphonies in his lifetime. The most famous is the second, but this one, the 5th symphony that we're playing, is really special in the way it sort of evokes big landscapes. So we have a season theme this year called Serene Horizons. And when I think about Sibelius's music, I think about the way it feels like a big open expanse of sound. When you hear the piece, though, it doesn't follow a normal symphonic form. Usually a symphony has 4 movements, a fast movement, a slow movement, then kind of a silly third movement that's sort of a dance in 3, and a last movement that's fast. This one is done in 3 movements, and they all kind of flow from one to the next for about 30 minutes. And when you're listening to the Sibelius Fifth Symphony, a lot of it sounds kind of murky, like it's maybe it's not going anywhere, or that it's just sort of spinning its wheels in the dark for a while. And then you get these glimpses of just extraordinary beauty, and then it sort of clouds over again. And then at the end, there's just huge beauty that goes on for a long way. To me, it feels like, here in Colorado, a great hike on a mountain. that you spend maybe a lot of time trudging uphill and a lot of time deep in the woods, and you get those little glimpses out through the trees of the great landscape beyond. But it's not until really you get to the top and you get above tree line that you can understand the true beauty and the grandeur of our landscape and of this sort of musical picture that Jean Sibelius paints. It's a special piece, and it's one that shows off our brass section, particularly the French horns. You're going to love hearing them play the Sibelius Fifth Symphony here in this brand new concert hall. So that concert is coming up in just a few days, Saturday, October 12th at 7 o'clock, or 7:30, or Sunday on the 13th at 3 p.m. We do still have tickets available. You can visit our website. We're the Grand Junction Symphony Orchestra, so that's gjso.org, or you can call our box office anytime, 970-243-6787. We can't wait to be here on stage in the Asteria Theater and to see your smiling faces with our concert illuminating virtuosity and the Grand Junction Symphony Orchestra.